Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so happy to have you, and I was wondering for a long time to have you as a guest because I think we have a lot of things in common, for example, US and everything, and I will want to ask you about that. But the first question I want to ask is, how do you feel being in European Championship?
So excited, especially after last year. Our girls did an amazing job. I mean, obviously, historical win and really inspired and really excited to play. And even if it wasn't European Championship, we always looking forward to, everything. Just give us the ball in the court. We just jump in and play. Yeah, we're really excited. Are you excited?
I am excited.
Yeah.
I mean, we played only, let's say, 7 tournaments in the whole preparation season, so it was just the right amount of tournaments that we had to play to enter, because I think you couldn't enter if you got 5, right?
Yeah.
And because of an injury, I couldn't play more, and we had to stop, and we were not sure if we will get in or not, and we got in as last seed, let's say, so it's exciting, but we were also almost sure that we will get in.
Yeah.
So we are excited.
Yeah. You got in, so it doesn't matter if you're, last
That's
first.
true. That's true.
You get to place. That's great.
So what are your expectations? It can be like goals, for example, first place, or just mental, like to enjoy it, or.
I think for me the most important part is the enjoy part, because I feel like, of course we always aim for the gold medal. Who doesn't, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like if you focus too much on winning the tournament, you'll never, not never, but it gets way harder to win if you were focusing on one game at a time. So I think that's what we're gonna do, and just enjoy. I always say we're gonna try to do our best, and we'll see what happens. And I love that Plavin, he gave an interview the other day, and he said that, I love the line that he said, I think that you need to be ready to lose, and there's no pressure. If there's no pressure, you play free. And I think this is an amazing, statement. And playing with this, I feel like it will be way easier than if I was focusing on winning anything. So, and the sport is always fun in itself. You need to enjoy, and once you enjoy, I feel like you do better in general. Yeah.
So you have been winning so many tournaments lately. You won the TEV Nations Cup and you won the Challenger second place. But still, and how do you deal with, for example, now you won a few tournaments and maybe it feels like you have to do good in European Championship. How do you deal with these expectations? Or maybe you don't have them?
I do. Yes and no. I think, again, I don't expect us to win, but I feel like having all of these great tournaments before Budapest and China, I feel like it gives us this momentum to do good, I think, and that's what we will try to do. But and yes and no. I don't know. I feel like we've learned, me and especially my partner, she's way older. She's older than me a little bit. She's way more experienced than I am. And I feel like she gives me this calmness, and not we got second in China, so now we have to, get at least in the same as in European champs. No, I feel like both of us kind of we're a great combination of experience and youthful, you know what I mean? I feel like we kind of, I don't know.
Balance each other?
Yeah, balance each other, yeah. So we don't have that, feeling of we have to do good, but we do. I don't know. I feel like we feel more confident after getting these 2 medals in the past few weeks, but new tournament, new week, we know it's not going to be the same for sure. And we got to start from the scratch. Anyway, so.
Yeah. So what is it like for you to play with an experienced player like her? And I don't know, you play already a couple of seasons,
Yeah,
right?
this is our 3rd season, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what have you learned through all these years?
I love playing with her. Well, I was in the US for the past 4 years, so we didn't get to practice a lot. Usually, once I finished with the NCAA, in May, I jumped straight and like right in from to the tournaments. For example, I was in Alabama this year, and I flew to Philippines right after I finished playing there. So there's no time to like switch it up or practice or get to know each other. So it kind of comes along the way as we play, and I feel like it really helps that she is really experienced, and I don't know, we just kind of we're a really good match. We don't like fight. We try to communicate. Communication is always a key, and it really helps in the court too. And she understands it as well that we don't have so much time to practice, so we kind of have to figure out on the court, on the spot. And yeah, I feel like a lot of our games are more mental too, because we both are physical. We both have like skills as like everybody do, and it's more in our heads, like how we prepare, how we like reset after every point, and how we like stay present on the court and not focus as much on the results or on the crowd or just like being with each other like at that like specific moment. I feel like that what helped us has been helping us a lot, and that's how we kind of, you know, in those key moments, how we like we are able to pull it up.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I have few questions that I want to ask, but I think one of the most important questions that I wanted to ask in this whole podcast was very serious question. So there is a war in your country, and how has it affected your game and mentality? And
That's a really great question. It's a really deep one. I've thought about it because you're not the first person who asked me this, but I never really elaborated on that. But I mean, obviously, the war changed everybody's life forever, and even after it ends, it will not be the same. And how do I even say this? I feel like the biggest one is that this feeling that I'm never safe, that there's like I'm unsafe, and like even if I'm physically safe, like right now we're in Poland, right? There's not like the bomb's not gonna just fall on the, you know, on the ceiling. I'm not gonna die or anything, but still I have this thought in the back of my mind. My family is still in Ukraine, my loved ones, my brother, my friends, and I'm here, but my mind is still constantly thinking about it. There's this constant fear, and there's this mix of emotions, like fear, anger, helplessness, because I cannot do anything. And I feel like this is the biggest one, this feeling of like danger, as well as, for example, just like the way I look at life changed as well. You learn how to appreciate these little things while still having all these crazy emotions going inside, and they're like not going away, they're not going to disappear, they're kind of building up, and there's only so much you can process when the war is still going on, because you feel one thing and like you read this news every morning, this negative like energy thoughts, this negative everything, like you kind of soak it in and you don't have time to process it, and there's news coming up again, or there's explosions or something else. So this feeling of like not uncertainty, not knowing what's going to happen tomorrow, especially when I'm at home. I don't know, maybe I might not wake up tomorrow, or once I have this like blurry messages on my phone, oh, there's this missile targeting my hometown, because even when I'm in Ukraine, I don't live with my parents, and when I see these messages, I literally go crazy, because if my family gets hurt, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And it's just really hard to explain these feelings to the person who've never experienced it. I hope you never will. I hope nobody ever will.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just the hard. The same with the future. How I see the future as well. Once I start building plans or playing tournaments or anything, I still have these thoughts in the back of my mind that something's gonna change in a moment. Like in 10 minutes, I can literally get, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the main things. And yeah, you learn. But since it's been going on for 4 years, I feel like we all learned how to live our like a meaningful or happy, if you will, life. Because if we didn't learn that, we would have gone crazy as like in the first year of war. Yeah. People still, if you you still have to go to work, you still have to practice, you still have to pay your bills. But on top of all these mundane problems, we also have war. So it's kind of really hard to comprehend. I couldn't like fully understand it because once the war started, we were in Czech Republic. So I left the country literally the day it started. So it was really hard for my brain to process that there's a war, like literal full-scale invasion in my country in 21st century, while I was in Czech Republic on the other side of the world, and my family and everybody else were trapped in their own home. So it was really crazy. I'm sweating right now. I'm talking about like my hands.
It's so crazy.
No, and it's kind of hard to explain. It's really weird. Like it has become the part of our reality. So I don't know. Like I know it's going on, but I still have to do my life. I still have to travel, and I'm really grateful. Not right now. I'm not taking tomorrow my family safety, like everything for granted, and we have to be really grateful for like everything we have in life, even the simple things, because they can be taken away in an instant like this.
I think it's maybe insensitive of me to bring it back to volleyball, but I think it makes you a good player because you understand the value of what you're doing, that it's not the end of the world if you lose a match. You understand that you have to enjoy it and you want to enjoy it, and also the fact that you stand for your country and represent it and you can do it, you know, you're alive and you can do it. And I think it makes you great in the court. It makes you present.
No, 100%. I'm so grateful, forever grateful that we all are able to travel and represent our country. And as you said, if it was a match, it's not the end of the world. Of course, I mean, it sucks for a second, but at the end of the day, we're healthy, our whole family is healthy, we're alive, we get to do what we love, and that's what matters. And the people that we are surrounded with, that's what matters the most. Not if we win or if we lost the match.
Yeah.
You know, it's not gonna like volleyball. I love what I do, but right now, the well-being of my family and mine always matters the most.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. I mean, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And maybe to go a bit lighter on, what do you think qualities that you learn in volleyball that you, if the volleyball part disappeared, you would still keep in your life? For example, your fighting, your braveness, or something that you learned in the sport that you...
I feel like I'm so open to try new things, because especially, we might come to this topic later, like in the US, and like study was a really, really huge step outside of my comfort zone. I feel like volleyball taught me to not be afraid to take all those steps, because, and my mom once told me, like, you always can come home. Just go and do. If you don't like it, you can always come home. Especially you're young, you have all these opportunities, and the sport has given, or even if it wasn't the sport, you can do all the things and to not be afraid to try.
Yeah.
You know, you never know if you don't try,
Yeah.
right?
I think it's such a good sentence that you can come back home.
Yeah.
I think my parents didn't used to say this, but I taught them to say this to me, that before every match they say, we will still love you. It doesn't matter, you know, like it doesn't matter, we still love you, you're the same person. And it helps me a lot, you know. I feel like some people, like my partner sometimes says like, it's fake because you taught them to say it, you know. But to me it feels so like, yeah, I mean, yes, these people will love me no matter what, even if I suck.
Same. That's really, I've learned it too. My mom always tells me, like, you always can come home, and it brings me peace, you know, like, I'm not just try it, you know, like, why not, right? Yeah. Especially if you trust your gut, just do it, and you can always come back. You have always place to come back.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. That was funny, like, that's fake.
Yeah. I mean, she knows that they love me no matter what, but that I taught them this, you know, that they, every time before the match, they just call me and like, We love you. We will love you.
Yeah, we love you.
Yeah.
Just so you know. Yeah.
So, what about US? How did you enjoy that experience, and how did you decide to go to US?
Yeah. I loved it. Don't have any regrets at all. I had such a great time. I've learned a lot. I've met so many people. It was so worth it. Why I decided to go? That's a long story, to be honest. Maybe for episode
Yeah. I mean, you
so,
can.
but at the moment, let me think. Why I decided to go? There was a lot of things going on at the time. I had the problem with my coach. I had the problem with in my head too, like all of those things, and they all kind of come together. And at the time, I was about to quit volleyball actually or like do something else, not quit, but just do something else. And then it just happened accidentally or coincidence that the coach from the US just DM'd me on Instagram, and I saw that and I was like, why not? Right? That was like literally the perfect timing. Like I just really broadly speaking, it was just perfect timing. All those things came together and I was under a lot of pressure. And that was like last straw, I kind of grabbed that opportunity, and I'm so like glad that I trusted my gut and my parents supported me, and I just left. And it was the best and the hardest choice that I've ever made, I think. Because that's a once lifetime experience. I think you can
That's
relate
true.
to that, right?
I think I had a very different experience. Let me check if it's working.
Yeah.
That I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yes, everything is going. I'm still paranoid
Yes.
from the last time. I mean, when I hear these stories like Tina and, for example, everyone had such an amazing experience. Like good coaches, good gym, good food, everything well balanced. And my experience was very. It was like rebel experience. It wasn't like monitored. It was just we had very limited money. We had a program that was half a season indoor, half a season beach. We had a lot of Americans, but we had a lot of Brazilians that didn't talk English at all. So we had an indoor team that couldn't talk to each other. It was crazy. And at the same time, when the first beach season started, I got my shoulder injured, so I played the whole season with my left. Then in the whole process, I also got very sick with some kind of disease, I don't know, and I couldn't go to the hospital. No one was taking me to the hospital. I basically rode my bike to this clinic when I had 40 Celsius like temperature in the rain, and I got tested. They prescribed me medicine that apparently I'm allergic to, so I had complications with that. So I had a very difficult experience, but I met also amazing people. In general, the whole experience of living in another country, and US especially, it's so crazy. It's so different.
Yeah.
The roads are different.
Yes.
The bridges, the houses, like everything, the food, and dealing with, for example, eating food and gaining kilograms from eating salad is crazy.
You've been through war, girl.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I mean, it was an experience, and what you said, like you would never exchange it. I wouldn't either. It's like I think a lot of players take a lot of good things with like volleyball out of it, and I think I took a lot of good things personality wise.
Yeah.
Like it taught me to be resilient, to like just fight through what I want. And I mean, I also felt very underrated because I was pretty small as a blocker. And Katya Dashevska, she was pretty small as a defender, and she was also not as valued as I think she should have been. And we could only after that college go into some like low league college or university, which I didn't agree with. Like I had this vision of someday playing in European Championship or something like that, and that wasn't part of the journey. So I did want to finish the studies, but I decided to come back home just to...
You couldn't transfer to any other place at schools, or?
I could have, but not the ones I wanted.
Okay.
And it was fine, I guess, and it turned out great.
Yeah.
And I think I would never have like healed my shoulder as I have now, and I wouldn't play here. I don't believe I would have if I stayed.
Yeah. No, that's crazy experience. But as you say, if you wouldn't have traded your experience for anything else, I guess. I mean, it was tough, but you've grown.
Yeah, I mean, I got to ride on jet skis and pet some dolphins.
Let's go. That's great. You know, that was worth it. Everything you've been through, you pet the dolphins at the end, so that's great.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
So what about your experience? How amazing was it? Like,
Before, like, shame on me, but I have never heard about anything at all about NCAA, about American universities. I've known Danny and Tanya. They were there at the time, but I've known them before that. And I've seen some pictures on Instagram, you know, here and there, and I was like, cool, like TCU, you know, whatever, just scroll. And I didn't know anything. So once the opportunity came, I'm glad that I talked to other players and to other international girls that I knew who had that experience. And I actually talked not just to TCU, I also talked to FSU, to Stetson, and to English girls, Spanish, Puerto Rican, like everybody who I knew who could have helped me to like learn more about it, because if I didn't ask, it would have been a step into like darkness. It basically was, but like I knew, like with their help, I like learned a little bit, and I think I was told many times that TCU is one of the best, like has one of the best environments. Like the girls, the team, and their discipline, and Hector and Majo, the head coaches, they've been building this program, like not only caring about us as a players, just volleyball machines, they also care about us as a people. So I think that what really, you know, flip the switch, and why I decided to go. And I mean, obviously Danny and Tanya were there, and I was like, they're great players. They're still performing and playing internationally, getting all those medals and great results. They're growing as players while still being in the US. So that what kind of pushed me to make the decision. And also the coach as well. He was really, you know, empathetic. He knew that, because I went there in 2022, and that's when the war started. Obviously he knew that what I've been going through, and he really helped me. And he said, like, if you don't like it, you can always leave. I'm not gonna, you know, hold you here. Just give it a try. And yeah, I'm glad I did. And of course, I'm not saying it was amazing, you know, for years. It was really, really hard. Like there was ups and downs. It was really like, the school in general gets very hectic when you have to keep up or be in your highest level volleyball-wise, also keep up with school and like treatment, meetings, and just do all those things. But I feel like they've taught me about time management, which is like amazing. And they have all this set up very well that you get a lot of help too. So they helped me to like all those fields, all those sections, like volleyball, school, medicine, and you know, everything, it kind of well balanced, and the school helps you to, you know, perform and be in your highest level in all of those fields, which is great. But it was hard, especially my first year, because I had a huge language barrier. That was actually one of my main things when I was going. I was like, I speak no English. Please, I need help. I'm so scared. And it's like, don't worry. Like you're not the first one. There was girls from like Spain, from other countries, who also struggled with the language, and you'll get help, you'll get tutoring, and blah, 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 you'll catch it up. And I was like, no, but I know zero English, what am I gonna do? But it was really hard. I had to like, especially first semester, I remember I had to like really, you know, like translate, like, I don't know, I had to like force myself to like ask people, why are you saying, like, in this situation, why are you saying this? What does this mean? And especially, you know, English that I was taught in school, or like taught just like in school, it's completely different from how the native speakers talk, when I first heard them speaking, it was like mumbling. I couldn't understand anything, and all of those like words, like slang, and uh, like everything, and like especially, and then when I got there, the English that I was studying was different from just regular conversations. And I was like, what am I doing? Which one do I learn?
Yeah.
And, but I'm glad that the girls were explaining to me, and I was like, can you speak slowly, please? I don't understand. And when I go to class as well, in the first our class session, I go to my professor and say, hey, my English is like blah blah. I'm not speaking very well. Can you please slow down? Or if I don't keep up with the course, can you excuse me or can you help me? Just so you know. And they were all really helpful, and I've learned, I guess, a little bit. Hopefully, I speak a little better right now.
Yeah, you speak so well. Like you telling me that you didn't speak any English and studying in another country seems crazy.
I mean, it's not like I didn't speak at all, but I've had English classes throughout all my school years back home, but I never tried to actually study it. When I came to the US, I knew like just the basics, the grammar, but it's really hard for me to keep up the conversation, to express my thoughts. And I just remember wanting to say something really bad, but I just couldn't like put it in a sentence and let it out of my mouth.
Yeah.
And it was kind of hard, but I didn't believe that I would like learn, that it would get easier, but eventually it did, so that's great.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems very difficult. But I think what is great about your experience in general is that you could see how good like environment for athlete would look like. Having gym, medical support, and everything. I think I didn't have that, but I get it now from like having these interviews. I can ask, okay, so what are you working on? And for example, French girls said they work a lot on psychology. And for me, it's very interesting because I don't know what other people are doing, and you got to see all of those things and you can try, and it's trial and error, you know? So
no, that was the really big step outside of my comfort zone, especially how just NCAA's in general works. The system, the volleyball system, is very different from what we're playing right now. For example, just my partner and I, we're as an individual team. I mean, I represent Ukraine. There's another team, but just me, her and me, and we play, and we're just on our own. And there's like 25 more girls, 2 coaches, and our athletic trainer, our strength coach. And it was just very chaotic and hectic at first when I got there, because I was switching partners every single practice because the coach didn't know like who I could do my best with. I was having all those other things. Well, I mean, I was doing volleyball only basically before the US, and once I get to the US, I had to study. You have to socialize. Especially, I wanted to socialize more because I knew that I need to, like, it's practice language. Like communicate. Just put myself out there, and school and practice and all those meetings, and I get to do a lot of stuff outside. Like just little things. Just go to restaurant, or like I got more time to do things I enjoy, I guess, because when you do volleyball 24/7, you go crazy, And that was one of the, not one of the main reasons, but one of the things why I wanted to quit and like do something else, because I was doing volleyball 24/7 and I didn't have time to do anything else. And US basically showed me that I can
balance it.
Yeah, and there's something else. I want to do that. I want to just simply go take a bike ride. Just go do that. It's really like frees your mind and just.
So what do you enjoy doing on your free time?
Yeah, I just graduated like a couple months ago, so I'm still figuring out what I want to do besides volleyball. I'm not sure yet, but besides that, I just love spending time with my friends or on my own too. I love to be on my own, just like go for a walk, listen to music, just don't talk to anybody, or reading a book. I love reading a book because I before I was reading only
Yeah.
School
What you had
was
to.
what would I have to read? So now I
Yeah.
have time to read something else. Yeah, yeah, I love reading, and yeah, I'm still thinking what I want to do. I definitely want to have some like side hustles or create something. Maybe I don't know. I love recording videos too. I love like editing. Of course, it's not professional editing, but
But it's so fun.
that's what
Your
I
videos
enjoy.
are so fun.
You know, like I edit it, just throw it on my Instagram or TikTok, or you know, it just brings me. I enjoy, you know, to do it, and I feel like it's really fun not to make it myself, and for people to watch it too, you know. And and especially our lives and your life and my life, we're athletes, we travel a lot, and you doing these interviews, a lot of people have a lot to say, and you know, it's really interesting to observe and to, you know, follow along.
I think everyone is so different, and it's so interesting to see that you can be different, you know, because when I was starting, I was like, it's not for me. Like, I didn't see myself in this environment, and the more I started talking to people, the more I was like, wow, you know, like everyone is so different. And for example, a partner, Dobas, he loves to take pictures of birds.
Yeah.
You know, and he's like an
Who would have
artist.
thought?
Yeah,
Who would have thought? Yeah.
So that's amazing.
No,
I mean,
I love that because everybody has their own story, and it's really amazing that you try to, you know, show it to the world, and it just, you know.
I mean, whoever sees 50 people that are
No,
watching.
you know what? I'm one of them. So.
Yeah. But at least for me, like in each interview, I take so much for myself. You know, I learn few things. For example, from Tanya, like I was so surprised how, like, I always looked at her and thought that she's so mentally strong. And after the interview, I was like, I can see why. You know, she doesn't listen to music. She likes to stay in herself and like just peace and zen and, you know, and to me that was so fascinating. So I like learning from people.
Yeah, no,
I'm an introvert that likes people.
You're an introvert? I thought you're extrovert. I thought you loved like talking and like going out and, you know, meeting new people, you know.
I am very interested in people, but I'm very introverted. So it's like every interview I'm so like,
yeah, you're doing great. It doesn't look like at all. It looks like you're not like nervous. Fake it until you make it.
Definitely.
Yeah. No, I feel like I'm extroverted too, or I guess somewhere in between. I love meeting new people, but sometimes I'm just like, just leave me alone. I don't want to talk. I want to be on my own. You know, need time for myself.
For sure. What did you finish in US? What kind of studies?
I did communication studies as my major and business as my minor. General business. I loved it. At first, when I just got here, I wanted to go to business school and do marketing or management or something like that. But because of the language, I couldn't. There was so much economics, so much like microeconomics, and there's math too, and a lot of terms that I couldn't understand. So I decided to switch it up. And then when I got comfortable with the language, it was too late to switch it back. But I love communication and business, because in business there's also marketing and there's also management. There's everything, all those things. But I feel like my degree is pretty, not broad, but basically I can do whatever I want. And I can go in a lot of fields from there. If I want to do digital media, if I want to edit video, if I want to do business, if I want to do, I don't know, marketing, all like everything. I feel like it's really, like, gives me that opportunity. Yeah, it's pretty broad, but it was. I'm glad that I chose, because a lot of girls in our team, I think they did it. I think Tanya did communication as well, and there's Puerto Rican girls in our team that did communication too. And because I didn't know what I want to do my freshman year, and that what I was recommended. Do business, and then if you don't like it, do communication. That's basically what I did. And I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but it's there. I got it, and I'm so like that's an achievement, I think. And yeah, I'm really proud of doing that. That's great. Yeah, hopefully I can use it somewhere. But right now I'm gonna play volleyball, and we'll see.
I think not a lot of people, maybe Europeans more face this issue, but not a lot of people know what it is to study something when
Yeah.
you don't know the language.
Yeah,
So
no,
you did it.
It was
Yeah,
tough.
that's
But
crazy.
I'm glad I did it. What did you study when you were?
So in college, I guess we did something broad studies, right? And then we started going to one direction, which for me was everything sports and psychology related. So it was, I did psychology, anatomy, physiology, philosophy.
That's
So a lot of
Yeah.
mind stuff.
Yeah.
And when I finished college, I didn't study, and this year I got into university again.
Oh.
So I'm gonna be a student from this year.
So you got your bachelor, now you're going for master's?
So I didn't get a bachelor because I studied only 2 years.
Okay.
So I studied 2 years, I got back home, I didn't study, and I always wanted to be a coach. And I do coach since when I was 16, maybe. It's okay, no worries. Yeah, so
Yeah, you do coach. You do coaching?
yeah, I do coaching and I always wanted to, but when I finish playing, I would like to be a coach of someone like me, you know, a
Okay,
potential
older?
athlete,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
so someone I could travel with and maybe bring more to the game than just like techniques and whatever. I would like to work on the mind more, and I think for that you need a degree.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why I decided to finish it. I will do it partly online, I think. So let's see how it
Yeah,
goes.
you
But
still get to can travel during
yeah,
school.
yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
my goal.
That's so cool. I'm not sure if I want to be a coach because I feel like you have to have a lot of patience and a lot of
Yeah.
that's this job is so hard. I for sure I want to stay in sports once I'm done playing, but I want to have it as a side hustle or like on the side. And I want to have a main job or something else remotely, ideally. I don't know what exactly, but I'm not sure if I want to be a coach as a full-time job because I feel like it's a lot. That's a lot. But I feel like it's easier to train, as you say, like players or girls like your age or older ones, or potential, Olympians. I feel like it's not easy, but kind of easier than if you were training the little girls
Yeah.
who, don't
Yeah.
have any like.
I mean, I have tried coaching kids, coaching amateurs.
Yeah.
So I've tried different levels, but I've never tried, and I don't think I have the authority yet
Yeah,
to
yeah.
coach someone like me. So I need to be a bit older
Yeah.
and at the same time maybe achieve more or study more or something like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I feel like coaching is a great, especially there's a lot of amateurs who wants to practice, and I feel like that's really, you know, helpful in money-wise, I guess. At least in Ukraine, there's a lot of people who wants to play and practice just for fun, and I feel like I would do that. I could do that. I'll do some training camps in
Yeah.
Tenerife. I love that. We have a lot of men and women, like older ones, who are not coaching national team, just coaching people who wants to practice, and they organize these training camps in Tenerife or in like somewhere in Spain in the warm places. It's really nice. In Portugal, I would love to do that once
Yeah.
when I have time and when I get older.
yeah,
too.
maybe we
Yeah.
can do a
Oh yeah, just call me.
collab,
I'm being for a week. We would love to do that. Yeah.
Is there something, for example, if not coaching, that you would want to do after volleyball in volleyball, like to be athletes manager or work in federation or something with volleyball, or after you finish your career, you would like to be done?
Good question. I don't think I want to be a manager and work with papers because that's so, at least in Ukraine, that's very confusing and that's such a hard job, especially when a lot of teams travel and you have to manage all the papers and all the invoices and stuff. I don't want to do that for sure. If not coaching, I would love to like do like pictures and videos and like to be a media person for the team because I feel like we don't have, like in Ukraine we don't have that, or we don't have like, for example, there was Elite 16 last week, and the videos are amazing. Of course, I understand they hired this person who already had all this professional, cameras and.
And
Everything.
they have the budget.
And they have the budget too, and they have all this people who edit the videos. But it's amazing. I feel like I would love to do that for our teams because we don't have that at home. I thought that'd be cool.
Yeah.
And just put it out there on social media and do some, make the, how do you say it, the name or the name for the athlete, right?
Yeah.
So I would love to do that. Or coaching too. But I don't want to work with papers or anything related to that. That's so much work.
Me too.
Yeah.
Is there something, do you think, that you are missing out because of volleyball that you would want to do that you are not doing? For example, extreme sports or.
Yeah. I think I kind of am missing out a little bit. I travel a lot, but I would love to see more of those places that I'm traveling to. But usually I don't have time because once we finish playing, we leave. And I would love to explore the world more. And also I have my bucket list. I want to do skydiving. I want to go to, how do you call it? The desert. I want to go to desert too. I want to travel to places that I haven't been to, like Africa or islands, or just explore the world in general, because I feel like I'm missing out on that. We travel a lot. We've traveled all across the Europe. We've been to China. We've been to Brazil, but I didn't actually see the city. Oh, hello. Yeah. I think that's missing out on that a little bit.
Yeah.
Just on my
I think I so agree with you. Like I want to travel more, but to very random places. For example, I would like to travel in China for like 2 months.
Just backpacking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like and to be honest, I have this desire for knowing languages.
Yeah.
But not just like few words, but like to extent that I can understand the culture, like the jokes and everything. Mm-hmm. And I have such FOMO of not knowing Chinese.
No way! Oh my god!
I cannot. I love watching like Chinese videos of like just like them cooking or whatever. Yeah. To me, it's like a culture that I cannot relate to at all.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting to me.
That's crazy.
Because
this is
so
the hardest
different.
Language to learn.
That's true. I'm not learning.
That's not even language. That's just
I mean, when I try, like I've tried a couple of times to start and learn it. Yeah. It's impossible.
No,
like it's not a language for me. I think I'm talented for languages. Yeah. I speak like 3 very well, 2 mediocre, and from those I can like understand. For example, from Spanish I can understand a lot of Portuguese and Italian and whatever, and I catch those words pretty quickly. But Chinese is.
I'm so jealous. I feel like I'm really bad at languages. It took me forever to like learn English a little bit. Not even learn English, just to get comfortable with speaking and have a great, like a normal conversation with the person. I tried to learn Spanish, and I had a Spanish roommate for a year. I lived with Daniela Alvarez for a year, and I have not learned a word. Like, no, I know a couple words, but like, you're supposed to learn something. You spend with that person like 24/7, and like I've tried to learn Spanish on my own too. But I feel like I need somebody to push me to learn something.
But if she speaks English, you don't.
Yeah, but I would love to, because I feel like I didn't expect, because I was in Texas for 4 years, and I didn't expect Texas to have that many Spanish-speaking people, because it's close to Mexico, and I feel like there's 50% speaking Spanish and another 50% speak English, and I was so surprised. So I like inspired, had that idea. I have to learn. I want to learn Spanish so bad. I want to understand what they're saying. So hard. I need to like hire or go to tutoring. I need somebody to push me to learn language, because I tried to do it on my own. Did not succeed at all.
I mean, it's all just about the desire. I mean, we all learn in different ways. So if you want it, you learn it. But I'm not sure.
Yourself? What the other languages you said you don't?
So
speak
I speak Lithuanian, Russian, and English.
Yeah.
But I speak them very well, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
And then the others that are mediocre, I would say, are Spanish and German.
Okay.
And then from those languages, I can expand a
Yeah,
lot.
the ones that are from the same family.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm good at catching the idea of
Yeah.
of a language. So
I'm so admire people who, you know, I see sometimes on the internet, oh, I speak 9 languages. Oh.
bonjour. Yeah. Good night. Yeah. So
Yeah, I admire people who speak, like I see them on the internet sometimes. Oh, I speak 9 languages. I just learned Chinese yesterday. And I'm like, what?
yeah, Chinese is my desire. I don't know. If they would say like, what superpower you want, I want to speak Chinese. I don't know why.
That's crazy because they don't even. I went to China and I saw the Chinese person typing something on their phone, and they have like regular English, I guess, alphabet.
Yeah.
With like 3 letters on each button, and they type it, and they have the, how do you call it?
Hieroglyphs. I don't know, yeah.
Hieroglyphs that are suggested like on the top of the keyboard, and they type on like normal letters and then press. I don't know.
Crazy.
I was like, I was watching it. And I was like, ooh, you know.
I don't think it's in this lifetime for me.
No. And then I saw a person writing something by her hand, and she does it so fast. For me, it's just like a, I don't even know, like abstraction. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know.
Well, to finish the episode, maybe you can share, for example, your dream match somewhere where you would like to play against what team you, of course, would like to win against that team, and where would it be? It doesn't matter that there is no tournament there yet, but maybe they could do it there.
Maybe basic, but Gstaad. I have not been to Switzerland. That's on my bucket list in the first place. I'm so sad that we missed the tournament this year because we didn't, or I think we were in qualification, but it's just so expensive on itself.
Yeah.
And I want to go there so bad, play on Central Court against.
And also wish carefully because so far everyone that wished a wish that came true. So.
Oh. Okay. I think. I think against the team that I haven't played. I would love to play against Patricia and Duda.
Wow,
Patricia.
yeah.
I would love to. I've never played against them. And maybe I would love to win too. That would be amazing too. In Gstaad, it's just a dream. And who else? Yeah, just the teams who I haven't played against. I would love to play against Laura Ludwig. I've played against her once, actually here in Stara Jablonki, but 2 years ago she played with Lipman, and would love to play against her again. She's so nice. I talked to her a couple times.
And she's so funny.
Very nice. She's hilarious. Yeah. No, I would love to play against her. Just the way she moves in defense. She's just, I've been following her for a very long time before she finished her career, and she's just the goddess of volleyball.
Do you think she's your biggest idol? Someone who you look up to, or?
Maybe like the way her attitude on the court, for sure. She's very, I don't know if I haven't talked to her that deep to know if she's mentally strong, but from what I see when she's playing on the court, she's very she's a fighter. She's always fights for every point. And no matter win or lose, she's always like on fire. But I feel like I look up to the players as a blocker to the blockers.
Yeah.
And I feel like Brandy from Canada, she's the biggest. I love the way she blocks, her techniques, and of course she jumps so high. And I always try to get all those little details or things that she does. And I also follow her on social media. Sometimes she post her practice little videos, or I'm just trying to see what she does. Maybe I can do the same.
Yeah.
She's amazing. And I think those two my biggest ones. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, maybe someday, maybe already you are someone's idols.
I hope so. But for now, right now, I'm just looking up. I'm actually looking up to everybody who I love, and who I love watching and try to, learn anything from them because, slowly we need to get on their level, step by step, little bit by little bit. And yeah, I love just observing and watching other players, what they do, and their coaches. A Japanese coach, two Japanese girls, we played against them in China. I'm gonna have PTSD after all those 2 games.
Yeah, Japan is on.
Oh my gosh, they make no mistakes.
Yeah.
Literally, they don't even need to block. I'm like going as hard as I can, and she's just like, she's just like, okay,
Easy.
yeah, easy. Give me something else.
Yeah.
No, I love just watching all of them. They're very precise. They're very technical. They're just like every player is so unique and so special on its own, and it just like. So I'm so happy that I'm able to be in this environment and see all those players, especially now when we start, playing challengers, elites, and I can see them in person. They just,
and play against them.
Yes, and play against them,
and be their friends.
Yes, and hug them and touch them.
Well, let's finish on that.
Okay, on the touching part.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Very nice. I don't think we ever talked and got to know each other, so it was very nice.
It was, because I don't think we had an opportunity to actually like sit down and talk. We always in a rush, always, oh hi, small talks and go play. But now we have, and hopefully we will again.
Yeah, and organizing the beach camps.
Yes. No,
it's a true idea. I'm not joking.
No, me neither. That'd be great.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you for having me.
Thank
It was
you
amazing.
so much. Oh.